Hi, thank you for tuning in to my affirmation on the return of Jesus Christ, part 4. This is. If you saw part 3, you did see a Mr. Tatum talking about being associated with uh, Mr. George Bush, and then Mr. George Bush before he became president. And we're talking about George Bush Sr. Um, in that video, he did challenge everybody to um, dispute what he was saying. Unfortunately, Mr. Tatum is not with us anymore. But why would somebody like a Mr. Tatum come out and put his life at risk? And he knows he's putting his life at risk just to get his message out about what he has witnessed. Okay. Um, he also did mention that there will be two groups of people when everything is put in place. Um, his last video was 15 years ago. And if you notice, if you're not sleeping still, you you notice a lot of things going on in our societies recently. Things are speeding up like at a rapid race. Um, and another reason why they can do this is because everybody is, first of all, really, really, really sleeping. Their minds are so folded into this web of BS, and uh, let's see, they can reign. They can reign because of the control over our societies that they have. They have control over the media, the stuff that you watch on TV, the the television programs, the news networks, entertainment as far as sporting goes, education. Like this is a big web, the web of the world basically, and it's controlled by one entity, and that is Satan. Okay, if you don't believe me, just keep watching. Hopefully you'll keep watching and you'll see more. You'll get a better understanding of the web and the mass of scale of his control. Okay, um, watch this video.
It's a great thing for history.
George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, William Howard Taft, and President Barack Obama. One young girl traced them all back to one common ancestor.
They're all cousins and all grandsons of John Lackland.
It's the first family tree of its kind. Pouring through more than 500,000 names for months, 12-year-old Bridge Ann d'Avignon discovered that all the U.S. presidents, except Martin Van Buren, are related to the former King of England, John Lackland Plantagenet, signer of the Magna Carta in 1215.
Mildred Reed is his first great-grandmother on George Washington. And on Obama, Mildred Reed is the 10th great-grandmother.
It started as an assignment to research her own lineage, tracing it back to roots in France. But Bridge Ann wanted to branch out.
Well, I think we just all go back somewhere. It's just a matter of proving it.
She started with George Washington, but unlike other professional genealogists that only looked at the male family lines, Bridge Ann was able to link the presidents together using both male and female ancestry. Before this, historians had only been able to link 22 family trees.
She kind of created a triumph of women's studies here.
Bridge Ann also figured out she's an 18th cousin of President Obama, something she hopes to be able to share with him in person.
Hi, welcome back. You may look at this little girl doing her homework and see or ask yourself, why is this important? 42 presidents or 45 or 46, I don't know, have the same bloodline all the way right up to the current one. Why is this important? Okay, think about it. If they all have the same bloodline, doesn't it give it a better chance or a better reasoning of the fact of these things being manipulated? Come on, think about it. All presidents come from the same family. What if they all had the same belief system, or the same belief system was always incorporated in the person in power? Okay, watch this next one.
But aside from the state GOP not wanting to include Washington County, there is another major issue from these Maine caucuses. Even though Governor Romney was already declared the winner, the numbers that the state GOP in Maine are reporting are, according to caucus chairman, incorrect. Take, for instance, Waldo County, where voters from 18 towns gathered for municipal caucuses in a countywide event. A total of 138 votes were cast. In the official Maine GOP tallies, however, the results from all but one of those communities, all but one, were given as a series of zeros below the name of each candidate, meaning the official tally shows that no one voted. The town of Belfast was one of 10 towns that held a joint caucus on the same day. That caucus was held on February 4th. I talked with Matt McDonald, a pastor of a small community church in Belfast. He was nominated as the chairman of the Belfast caucus. He says 22 people showed up and they caucused on the 4th. McDonald also says that the state instructed the chairman of the caucuses to not read any of the votes aloud and instead to send them directly to Augusta. As his first order of business, McDonald made a motion to have the votes read aloud at the caucus, and it passed unanimously. At the end of the caucus,
we caucused, and the vote was 8 for Ron Paul, 7 for Rick Santorum, 5 for Mitt Romney, and there were 2 undecideds. We recorded this publicly, we counted it publicly.
So public that McDonald tweeted the results on the night of the 4th. Take a look. But on Monday of this week, hearing all the controversy surrounding the announcement of Governor Romney as the winner, McDonald checked the state party's website and saw that no results had been posted from the Belfast caucus.
The lady on the line said that she had received our tallies, our votes, but hadn't recorded them online yet. And she said Romney with 9, Rick Santorum with 5, Ron Paul with 2. Well, of course, those were not the right numbers. And I told her, I'm sorry, ma'am, those aren't the right numbers. And she said, well, those are the numbers we have. And I said, well, there are 22 Republicans down here in Belfast who would tell you different because we counted our votes publicly. And it's kind of her, it's in light of that, her voice kind of changed, and she said, thank you very much, we'll record this, and we ended the conversation.
And that is just one of several very strange inconsistencies. You see, dozens of towns on the GOP site are listed as if no one voted, including in Waterville, Maine, home to 15,000 people. A count on the site, as Maine goes, indicates that Congressman Ron Paul may have already won over Governor Romney by 10 votes. Can you say Iowa 2.0?
If these issues of transparency aren't dealt with, and the GOP nationally pushes Mitt Romney on the state of Maine, personally, I will either vote for Barack Obama or withhold my vote. And I've been voting for 15 years now, or 14 years, and I've only voted for Republicans.
And that is what you need to know. What has happened in Maine is nothing short of a disaster for the Republican Party there. Is this a case of jumping the gun, sheer incompetence, or is it blatant fraud? Well, you can make up your own mind on that. But here is what is crystal clear. Unless the leadership in Maine publicly counts votes and ensures that every voter is heard, even though this is just a straw poll, the leadership may win the battle of keeping Governor Romney from having lost 4 contests in a row, but may lose the war of galvanizing that vote in the general election come November. And that is Reality Check.
I'm really excited about a lot of his ideas, especially when it comes to bringing the soldiers home. I've been serving for 10 years now, and all 10 years of those have been during wartime. I'd like to see a little peacetime army, and I think he has the right idea.
Now, you have done 2 tours in Afghanistan. You told me you're going to go back for a 3rd tour. I mean, if you can see your neck right there, what you have on your tattoo, 9/11, remember, and a picture of the Twin Towers. Some Republicans out there have been saying that Ron Paul would be very dangerous for this country because he wants to bring troops like you back from your post from all over the world.
Well, I think it would be even more dangerous to start nitpicking wars with other countries. Someone like Iran, Israel is more than capable of.
All right, we just lost our connection, unfortunately, with Dana. Dana, stand by if you can hear me. We're going to get back. You want to go to Candy Crowley over at Mitt Romney headquarters. People are beginning to fill up that room over there, Candy.
They are indeed, and we're starting to grab some folks here. And I want to introduce Senator John Thune, who I know I don't have to introduce you, will put to our audience. You always know when a politician looks this relaxed, it's not your election night. That's right. But Senator Thune was at the caucus in Ankeny tonight speaking for Mitt Romney.
At this time, we will have the reading from the Nominations Committee.
Marvin Brown. James Garland.
I move the slate be accepted.
Second. All in favor, say aye. No. Division. Division. Chair, the ayes have it. Division. The ayes have it. Division.
I called to question the chair. An appeal from the decision of the chair.
Second. This is to discuss the convention's now closed. Division. I'm sorry.
Can you count the ayes?
Violating state party rules.
The list is present at this time.
And you are jeopardizing all of the delegates from this precinct.
If you have any questions, feel free to discuss this with the Georgia GOP Secretary, John Padgett. Thank you all for coming, and we'll be in touch.
The secretary said of the state of Georgia said he would be available to answer questions. I'd like to talk to him. I think we should all go talk to him. Mr. Padgett, can we please speak with you? Yes.
Not with that on.
Why not?
Not because I said not with that on.
Well, we're in a public place, so we're going to leave it on, sir.
Thank you.
Could you tell
I'm
me?
in a public place.
That's
too,
fine.
so-
You can keep walking, and I'm going to keep talking. Could you tell me why the chairman of our meeting did not call for head count and division count when it was asked for? Did not call for a standing count and closed the meeting illegally without a 2/3 majority vote, as the states in your own party rules. You are the secretary of the GOP. You know the rules, sir.
You would need to discuss that with him.
I would need to discuss that with him, but I can't because he closed the meeting and ran off. You said it during the meeting, you invited us to speak to him, to you after the meeting. Is that not correct,
I'm
sir?
telling you what to do. You need to.
I will
didn't
be
run
glad
the
to
meeting.
speak to him, but I would like to know on behalf of the Georgia Republican Party.
Really nice meeting.
Please don't touch me. On behalf of the
Well,
Georgia
let me tell you,
Republican Party,
we've had the evidence.
how
Thank
can you stand there and smile when you know that the rules were broken? And you know that you just jeopardized the delegates for this entire
I don't know.
county.
No, I don't know.
The rules were broken. We called for a division.
So are you claiming to not know the rules?
Are you saying not claiming to not know the rules of the Republican Party? Because I have them right here.
There's the chairman right there. That's no problem.
I would like to know why there was not a head count when we called for division.
It's obvious we called for division, sir.
It's obvious we called for a division. It's obvious that you needed a 2/3 vote to close. You had no debate. You ignored calls from the floor, blatantly disregarding GOP rules. Are you going to answer, sir? Or are you just going to walk away? Because this will be submitted to whoever will take it, including news organizations.
Lots of them.
Is that how the Republican Party runs their...
Hey, you know what? Talk to Matt.
Talk
He
to-
is the
I'll be glad to talk to Matt.
We're trying to talk to
We're
everybody.
trying to talk to everybody. Since the Republican Party doesn't want to take responsibility for not following rules. Matt ran, our chairman ran, because he knew he broke the Republican rules. How can you expect people to respect your party?
Do me a favor. Send it to me in writing.
I'll be glad to send it to you.
Believe us.
Sir, you will get it in writing.
Well, you might say, why is it so important for these people to control our governments? Well, when you think about it, our governments are the highest level of our societies. You control the government, you control what's underneath the government. I want you to watch my next video. I'm going to call it The Control Freaks. You watch that, okay?